Well, hey there, everybody. This is Justin from CartoonSmart.com, and Clevon did such a great job teaching us some of the basic variable types. He wanted to continue going with this, so let's bring him over here, and I'll get out of the seat, and you can... All right, man. Thank you for getting me on in here. Clevon is back, and... let's see. Let's start with some. We already did the string and the float or int, whatever. And now let's get a little bit fancier with maybe what's called an array, right? That is the pronunciation of it. Okay, so let's wipe out some of maybe. Yeah, well, let's wipe out everything that we did before. We don't need to see it. You know my name is Clevon, and you know that I've been spinning signs and working as a bag boy for a little bit. But what we could do is we could say that maybe var or var is going to be used for keeping track of where I work around town. All right, so we'll just put over here Clevon jobs. And now previously you saw that we put in here string or int or float or whatever. You actually don't have to do that here. You can just say equal sign and then start listing out whatever jobs that you've had, kind of a resume. So a lawnmower, and then you want to do a comma after closing that off in the quotes, okay? And these are straight up brackets over here, all right? Not the squiggly type, straight up and down. That's the key on the keyboard, kind of diagonal from the delete button. And then insecticide sprayer, I've done that. Insecticide sprayer. Some people are going to laugh at this, but squatting actually is a thing. Squatting, or squatter, I should say. It's kind of like a peacekeeper if somebody is out of their home to make sure that nobody else were to come in and rob it or take any of their valuables. And there's a professional way to do that. And then what else? I do a little design work at design for Orlando coupon clipper, and I lay out those coupons for them. So that's one of the more professional jobs I do got. But maybe they're going to let me do their app now after this. All right, so all right, so we got all these different things in here, right? So we might want to just cycle through them and see kind of what's what. So we're going to use is it a for statement or far statement? For, okay. For name, or for job actually would make a little bit more sense. For job in 0 ... less or less than Clevon jobs. Okay, so in other words, what we're going to do is print out. No, why did that have a... What's your problem with this? Oh, I got it. Okay, all right. How about this? All we have to do is get rid of that. Just say for job in Clevon jobs. I was thinking something else. That makes more sense, and that's always a good sign if you see that warning over there. So a warning is actually not always good, but if it's a warning compared to a red sign, Clevon, you're better off with a warning, because most likely all that says is it's telling you that you didn't use it. Okay. All right, I got it. Okay, so print out the current job, okay? And an array is actually an ordered list of things. So lawnmower is the first one in here. Insecticide sprayer is the second one. And you start numbering these at 0. And I know it's kind of counterintuitive to what normally you would do in life, where you always go, give me a 10 count, and then you go 1, 2, 3, and so on, right up to 10. But in this case, you're actually going from, if you said count off all those Clevon jobs, you're going to go 0, 1, 2, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that would be it. All right, so Clevon jobs, it has 4 in it, but you don't ever, you're only going to make it up to that third one because it's 0, 1, 2, 3. Makes sense? All right, so let's just see what happens, and we'll let it, well, I guess we just got to run it and say a little prayer maybe that we've coded this in here correctly. You did. You got it in there. That's right. All right. Well, there it is. Okay, so we spit them all back out again. We took them out of that array. So another thing you could do is you could maybe come down here into your touches began statement and just say print, and then if you wanted to know just about the second job, right, then that's going to actually be 1. I know that is so confusing, man. If they had just started this off at 1, not 0. But, okay, so 0 is lawnmower and insecticide sprayer is 1, right? So that is actually kind of the order that I do these jobs in. Oddly enough, I wasn't thinking sequentially time wise, but a lot of times it's lawnmower in the morning, do a little insecticide spraying, go back, shower up at where I'm squatting at, and then all right. So I gotta press down. I press down, right? So this was the print statement from before, and then this is when I press down, right? So if I were to just keep, watch this, lot of insecticide spraying jobs that day, and I'd be making a lot of money, about $4 each. So so that's how you would identify a particular thing inside of there. Now, another thing that you could do is, by the grace of God, you get another job, right? So we could now get rid of that and then print out, or no, I'm sorry, not print out. Just go cleave on jobs dot append, okay, and then inside of here, we could put in that I worked for about 10 minutes as a barista. It's about a week's worth of training, and got fired within about 10 minutes. So good health insurance for that 10 minutes, though. Barista. All right. So after we do this, though, I kind of like to know how many jobs I got at that point, right? Because I'm kind of changing things. So I'm going to put in here cleave on jobs count, and then I'll say if cleave on jobs count equals, you got to do 2 equal signs here, 5, because that would be my 5th job, right? Then we'll just say print cleave on got back his barista job. There it is. And people are real antsy for their coffee in the morning. They're not willing to just sit there and talk for a while. That's why I lost that job. Wasn't any other reason than that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click down, and you can see that says Cleveland got back his barista job. But if I keep clicking on it, right, I'm actually still adding to that, but the count is no longer equaling 5, because every time I press down, you're adding a little bit more to it. So you can actually have the same thing in an array multiple times, but in this particular case, it seems redundant to just keep saying Cleveland got his job back, right? All right, so have we covered arrays? Yeah, I think you did a pretty good job, actually. You got all the basics over there. And, hey, your phone just went off. Maybe that's Starbucks offering you your job back right now. I won't even take it, man. I do good with everything else I got in my life. All right, so can I do another one? All right, well, I'll come back.